You need to stay focused. You've clicked on this video because you want to overcome your beat block. But here's a question to you. Why do you want to overcome this beat block? Why do you want to do it? Why do you want to make music in general? Well, I think your answer might be something like you enjoy it, or you like, venting out your emotions through musical forms, things like that. So first I'm going to talk about some practical some advice, and then we're going to go into actual practical steps, and I'll show you on the DAW FL Studio. Now, if you really truly want to get over this beat block, you gotta watch this video, the whole video. There'll be timestamps, obviously, so if there's specific stuff you're like, this guy's boring, what the fuck, then just skip it. But if you really want to get the most out of this video, watch the whole thing. So most likely you're just struggling with motivation, so you sit down and you're like, what do I even do? I know what to do, but I don't know what to do. You know what I'm saying? I understand. So it starts like this: motivation, action, then results. So you rely on that motivation to do the action to get the results. What you really need to focus on is being able to discipline yourself to start the action first, because then the action will produce results, which will produce motivation. Do you understand? So you kind of have to do it that way. The way I did this is I set out a schedule when I'd make the beats. I make a beat every single day on my channel right now. There's a beat every single day. Sometimes it's a song, sometimes it's like a live performance, but pretty much made a beat every single day. And some of them are good, some of them are shit, you know what I'm saying? I've gotten better over time, but it was with the schedule and it was with me doing it every single day that led me to get here. Now we'll touch into that with the practical tips soon, but if I'm talking to the person that's already knows how to make music, look at your old stuff, look at your first few beats, look at beats from 2 months ago, and you'd be like, wow, you know what, I've improved so much. And if you haven't, then well, sounds like a you problem, but you know what I'm saying? Don't compare yourself, but just look at how much you've actually improved since that time and use that as the motivation. There's still things that you can do outside of actually making music to make your life in general just better. And making a schedule is the best tip I can give you, because it means you show up at that time to make music. You're not there for any other reason. You set a time in your day, maybe it's an hour, 2 hours, and you're just this is the time where I'm going to make a beat. Turn off your phone, turn off every distraction, and just make music. Okay, so we're going to get into the actual practical tips now. These tips are obviously transferable over any DAW, but the one that I use in particular is FL Studio. But you can literally use these tips on anything, any other DAW. Yeah, let's go. Very well done. So the first practical tip here is starting your beat differently. Now you will have a comfortable thing to do when you start a beat. You'll start with making a sample. You'll start with dropping in a sample. You'll start with your drums. You'll start with vocals. You'll start with whatever. This is starting with something that you just don't normally use. Now this can be anything: drums, a sample, some perk loop, or you can just go into the mic and go ooga booga. You know what I'm saying? Just start with anything. So for this one, I normally start by making a sample. Sometimes I start with a drum. So in this one, I actually don't know what most people do, but for this one, we're going to start making with the drums. Let's lay down a nice drum pattern, okay? All right, so what I'm doing here is I'm just alternating the velocity between the hi-hats to give it a swing. Nice. And then randomizing it to humanize it a little more. Then we're just going to drop some, add some kicks. This beat's going to be really simple. Just trying to demonstrate a point. So we started out with the drums here, and when you make drums, it kind of just comes it's just so much easier, right? You don't really have to think too much. But we can get creative with the drum pattern here. I like doing this, cutting out the first hi-hat and then doubling. It sounds like this. And then cut out like that. Ooh. Sounds really nice. We can actually just delete these and copy. Obviously, you go crazy and do whatever sounds nice. But personally, as an artist, a lot of people will say they prefer the simpler beats. Producers prefer your complex beats. Producers will be like, yeah, that's sick when you've added 69 layers that all work together. But an artist, a rapper or a singer, when they hear that, they'll be like, yeah, cool, but where am I? Where am I in this? So if you're really trying to sell beats and like get beats to artists, you want to kind of keep it simple sometimes, but not too simple where it's just shit, you know what I'm saying? So that's fire, right? That's sick. Okay. And now after this, we can start developing the ideas and just lay out just some simple chords like this. So watch. This is a really cool technique that a lot of producers use. So this is a minor chord, but on this chord, they put it down like this. So if you listen now. Very, very, very clean. And it's really simple as well. So that's kind of the first idea. So obviously I could spend a lot more time making melodies and everything, but this is where you come in. So take what I've just shown you, do it yourself, get in the mood, and then just go creative with it. Now let's move on to the second tip, which is, I've forgotten. Let's check. So the second tip is to recreate certain aspects of other people's songs. So like, as I spoke about earlier, like your favorite artist or your favorite producer, literally just get whatever track and just copy it. Not completely, but just to get inspiration. Like, all right, so let's go on this really cool guy's YouTube channel, and let's find a beat that I like. So let's just click on a random beat. This beat's in 156 and A minor. So we're gonna go to our project here, and we're gonna put this in 156, but I'm actually gonna half it because I did it in half time. 78. So 78, so it's like this. And the key was A minor. So just copying the key and the tempo can actually give like a really similar feel. This melody in this beat in particular used a guitar. So I'm gonna use the guitar as well. Get the style you want to replicate, use similar tempo, similar instruments, similar key, well, the same key. And that can kind of recreate the style so much quicker. You know what I'm saying? Because you click on like a J. Cole beat and it's got some like weird synthy sounds. You're gonna be like, whoa, mate, that's not J. Cole, is it? It might be like the sickest melody you've heard, but you know, some like, that's not, no. What are you doing, mate? All right. So this one used an arpeggiated guitar. So we're just going to get the chords from the piano and arpeggiate it. So that sounds like awful, right? That sounds terrible. It's just, don't worry, trust the process, my friend. See, this is your problem, okay? You don't trust the process too much and you judge it straight away, okay? And let's play this now. So I'm just following the chords here and added a 7th up here. I'm using this plugin called Cymatics Origin. It's a free plugin because it's from Cymatics. Cymatics is sick. If you're just starting making music, download everything from Cymatics. It's all free. It's all fucking, I don't know why. Okay, but it's free. So download this. This is the thing that I did. Yep. I did some reverb just like this. Let me do that. Yep, cool, reverb. So let me actually explain what I'm doing. So basically this kind of degrades the sound, so it cuts out like the high ends to make it sound more old school. So this is before. After. That's fucking sick. And a plugin, I would like, if you have some money to spare, it's called Halftime. So you've probably heard and seen this before. Let's open up Halftime. This is it right here. It just halves the time. So yeah, let's play it now. Pretty cool, but we can make the sounds a little bit. Cut out the bass to make room for our 808. So sick. Wait. Okay, cool. So there you go. That's the second tip. Find a song or beat that you like. Use similar BPMs. Use the same key and the same kind of instruments. And in the same way, like if you hear a song and it's got like an arpeggiated piano and it's really like majestic and dreamy, use a dreamy piano. Use a majestic piano. Okay. There you go. Cool. Get over your beat block now. Tip 3 is use a sample. Okay, like this seems kind of stupid. You're probably like watching this whole video like, oh, you just told me to use a sample. But sometimes when I'll be sat there, I just don't know what to do for a melody. I'll be sat there like, what the fuck? But when you introduce like a sample, especially a really simple sample, that's really cool. Fuck, what was I talking about? Yeah, so when you introduced a very simple sample, it can bring ideas to the beat, and then you can adapt from that sample. The third tip is to use a sample. Cool. But this also ties into the second tip as well. So we're not quite done with the second tip, because this example that I'm going to show you, I use tips 2 and 3. What the fuck? No, I actually use all the tips. This is all the tips in one. So this is all 3 tips in one. So this is the perfect thing to demonstrate. So I took the song legally off the internet called J. Cole. No, it's not called J. Cole. It's called Let My Hand by J. Cole. Let Go My Hand, J. Cole. Cool. So let's actually not listen to this song, because I don't want to get copyright strike. Is that what like YouTubers say now? I don't know. How does it?
Instant gratification. I found this instrumental on.
Yeah, so you yeah, and then listen to my drums. Ooh, very similar, right? So I basically stole his drums because I'm fucking unimaginative. No, I'm just kidding. Because I really wanted to replicate J. Cole's style, and it just kind of worked. Like, the beat came out amazing because of it. Yeah, so I just kind of used the drums, used my own sounds, added little bits that I thought was what the fuck? Little bits that I added that thought little bits that I added that I thought was necessary. Okay. I just really can't even see my mouth the whole time. Whatever. Okay, cool. So yeah, little bits that I thought was necessary, but okay, listen closely here. Oh yeah, but you don't want to steal from these people, okay? Don't steal. Don't be a dick. Don't just copy someone's melody and everything and then say it's your own. But you can take inspiration. It's okay sometimes. So in this beat, I also use the sample because, you know, it's J. Cole and I can't sing. And I found this really, really amazing sample off Splice. It sounds like this. That is so clean. I fucking love it. But I thought it was missing some, like, you know, little effects. You know what I'm saying? So first things first is I cut out the bass, added my own bass like this. Just followed the bass notes. There was already bass in a sample, so I could basically copy that bass and then change it how I wanted it, just so I had the right notes. Then I added some little chords like this. And a flute. So I took a sample. It wasn't really simple, but I took a sample and I created it into my own thing. And then I added this little perk loop for the intro, so it sounds like this. Clean. Then I bounced this into a sample and loaded it in Slice X and pressed some drum pads on my drum machine. And I was like, sick. So I chopped the sample. That's what I'm trying to say. So here's the chop. Sounds clean. I love it. I love it. Anyway, so this is the beat. All right, anyways, so that's the video. Cool. I hope you got something out of this that was helpful. Go start making music right now. Use these tips straight away. And if it didn't, you know, let me know that I'm a loser. Thanks. Well, no, don't actually. That's horrible. Why'd you do that? But for real though, keep it up, bro. You got this. I believe in you. I believe in you. Whoever you are, sat there, who's watched this entire video, you're amazing. I believe in you. Let's go do it. Let's go make some noise.